Hello Year 10, Mr. Ruddy and myself are now going to take you through the following PowerPoint on GCSE French. The first thing to note is that GCSE French is a 2-year course, and at the end of the 2 years you will sit 4 papers. These 4 papers are very familiar to you because they are the skill areas that you have been developing over the course of the last 3 years in junior school French. Each of your papers is equally weighted at 25% of your final result. The first paper you'll sit will be a speaking. It'll last somewhere between 7 to 12 minutes. You'll complete 2 on-scene role plays and a conversation based on 2 topics. The topics and the question styles are very, very similar to the topics and the questions that are at the back of your Year 10 booklet that you're filling in answers to as we complete the topics. The listening, you will listen to short conversations in French. There'll be a range of question types. You'll need to tick a box, maybe you'll be filling in the blanks. Might be somewhere you have to answer in English, short words or short sentences in English, and the same short words or short sentences in French. The reading paper, instead of listening to the conversations, you'll now read the texts. And again, there are different types of variety of questions that you can be asked. Ticking a box, filling in the blanks, answering in English words or short sentences, and the same thing in French, answering short words or short sentences in French. There will also be a short translation exercise where you'll be given 4 or 5 sentences in French to be translated into English. Finally, the writing paper. There are 4 questions on the writing paper. The first 2 questions can be made up of a variety of different question types. You might have to write a short list of vocabulary. You might have to write a short phrase, a couple of short phrases, or you might be given questions in French to be answered in French. So for example, tu as un animal? Do you have a pet? Il y a combien de personnes dans ta famille? How many people are in your family? You might have to write short sentence on those. The third question on your writing paper is a short translation activity. But this time the translation is you get the English and you have to translate it into French. And the final question on your writing paper is a short essay. You will have a choice of 3 essays. One will be taken from each context area that I'm going to show you in a minute. And you will have 5 bullet points and you'll have to write a short couple of sentences under each bullet point referring to the question title. The exam structure is very similar to the way we have laid out the essay questions in your Year 10 booklet, so you will be very familiar with the style of question type and how you will be expected to answer the questions. There are 12 topics in total to be covered at GCSE, and they're divided into 3 contexts. So context 1 has the first 4 topics, myself, my family, relationships and choices, and you will know that we have covered family and relationships in Year 8. Social media and new technology, that is a new unit that we will be covering this year in Year 10. It's actually the unit we're going to be covering when we finish the current one that we're working on, talking about mobile phones and technology. Free time, leisure, daily routine, if you look at how that is broken down, you will realise that we have covered all of those to some extent in Years 8, Year 9 and Year 10. And in fact, in Year 10, later this year, Unit 8, there is another topic on your hobbies and your leisure. Culture, customs, festivals and celebrations is the 4th topic in Context 1, and we would have covered that with you over the course of Years 8, 9 and 10. Around Christmas time and Easter time, we would explain to you how the French would celebrate those different cultural events and those different celebrations. So that's Context 1. Context 2, the 4 topics in Context 2, my local area and the wider environment. Well, you learned about how to say where you lived in Year 8, and in Year 9 we did more work on the town and the area where you live. Community involvement, charity and voluntary work we have never covered in junior school, and we don't cover it in junior school, and it's a very short unit at GCSE with a specific set of vocabulary that you learn for that topic. Social and global issues is quite a big topic, but if you look closely, you'll remember that we've done a health topic in Year 9, and at the start of Year 10, we did the topic on the environment, so we've a good bit of that topic covered as well. The 4th topic is a very big topic because it has a lot of different subtopics within it: holidays, destinations, transport, tourist information, accommodation. And again, to some extent, we've covered all of that within years 8, year 9 and year 10. And you'll remember the very first topic that we did in year 10 when you came back in September was the holidays topic. We'd covered the weather in year 8, saying it is sunny, and again we covered it in year 10 in the holidays unit, saying it was sunny. So you can express that in both present tense and past tense already. The topics for context 3, then topic 1, my studies in school life. You will remember you did a topic in year 9 on your school subjects, what was in your pencil case, your likes and dislikes, and you're talking about your school day. Extracurricular activities, we haven't covered that topic, but it's very much linked into the hobbies vocabulary, and the trips part is trips and visits is very similar to the vocabulary you would use from the holidays unit. Part-time job, money management, you've covered that topic in Unit 4. You talked about what part-time job you had, how much money you earned, whether you liked the job or didn't like the job, and what you did with your pocket money, and the future plans and careers. You have just finished that unit in Unit 5, talking about what job you would like to do and why, and what skills and personal qualities are needed. So those are the 12 topics that are covered at GCSE, and as you will see, you have covered the vast majority of them to some extent in junior school.
Thank you, Ms. Quinn, for taking everybody through the course content and structure at GCSE. There are so many benefits from being able to speak French. Not only is it great for traveling, where you can communicate with people in France, but also other countries throughout the world, which is excellent, not just when you're on holidays, but being able to speak to people and communicate on a business level in another language. French is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world and is a language which is important to the global economy. Being able to speak another language is a gift. It helps your memory and it also helps your concentration span. People who are able to speak more than one language know that it improves so many aspects of their lives. Certainly, employers are looking at people who can speak a second language as something which makes them much more employable. The skills which are demonstrated by being able to speak another language are hugely respected. I won't go through this list. There are obviously clearly pathways here which are linked to the language, but of course there are so many pathways not linked to the language which people use because of the skills, the key skills and the transferable skills that they've picked up by being linguists.